Hello, this is Joao DePina, who is running for Boston City Council District 7. We're here to ask him two questions on Boston Public Schools. So the first question is, what do you believe is the current state of the Boston Public Schools? A, what grade would you give it now? And B, what grade would you give them when Marty Walsh started 4 years ago?
Um, the current state is I feel like our schools are not up to par and they're not serving the students the way they should be serving. Considering that Boston Public Schools was one of the first public schools in the nation, with the Mather School right here in Dorchester, just minutes away from my house, um, Boston Public Schools should be a very high performing public school system. Um, I would give them a grade of a C plus, and the, I'm saying I'm gonna give it a C plus currently, and prior to Marty's administration, I would give it a D plus. And the reason I am stating that is because I just feel like our school systems have been fluctuating a little too much. It's not stable. Our students are not getting the proper education, and nor are the teachers getting the proper tools to push it along. I also would have to say that we don't have a current contract for the for our teachers, and the teachers deserve a contract. They're majority women, and I feel as though that we need to provide them with a fair contract and give them the opportunity to be able to teach our children correctly. And if we don't have a contract for them, they're not going to be satisfied and happy working with the department, with the school department. So.
All right, thank you. So the second question is, what specifically are you going to do to improve them? A, how many schools are you going to visit? B, what program could you add or subtract? And C, how much more money, if any, do you think the schools need?
I will visit as many schools in my district as I can. As we know, the schools are closed currently, but in September, I will make sure that I at least visit the schools that are in my district, go and talk to the principals there and the administration staff and some teachers and students and get an idea of how they're feeling in that school. As programs, it's premature for me to say what programs that I will be removing from the schools because I don't know exactly what's going on, what school has a program that's working, other schools have a program that's working, that's not working in other schools. So I have to figure it out once I get into office and really do a good job of checking and researching the programs. And how much money, it's for me to sit here and say how much money is needed, again, it's hard for me to tell you how much money is needed and when I'm not aware of every single problem or flaws in the system and what's working and what's not working and what schools are getting properly funded and what are not. Currently, we do know that there's been many slashes to the school budget, and it continues to get slashed. So I really need to go in there and analyze it and to give the city and the people of our community a right answer, because right now if I give you an answer as to what I'm going to add, it would be false and I'll be lying to you. And I'm a candidate that feels like transparency is the most important thing to my campaign and to my candidacy, and to me being your next city councilor. Transparency is important. If I start telling you something I'm going to do now and it's not feasible, that would be considered lying to me. And that would be considered what all these other candidates have been doing to our community for many years. It's giving us false hopes. And I'm not that candidate that wants to give our community false hopes. I want to give you actual truth and tell you what can be done and what can't be done, and not sugarcoat or give you a blanket statement. So with that said, I appreciate you you asking me these questions. These are questions that are important to our community, and I will be on top of these things. As a city councilor, I'm here to represent you, not the establishment.
All right, thank you. This is Joao DePina, who is running for Boston City Council District 7.
Thank you very much.